because I had a bunch of family stuff going on for Thanksgiving, and I had to cut my broadcast be an issue. But tonight's games, we got College Virginia Tech 9, Pittsburgh 6-0 at 14. The NBA game 7-14, Knicks are at 10-7 Pistons, 7:30 4-16. They're 4-8. They're out of it. We'll go over the college after this. I was at this one for a little bit to like have a great game for 5E because NIU goes to the MAC championship. This game, Egg Bowl, tensions ran high. There was a giant carry, 117 yards, 2 touchdown runs, and passing wise, he was 11 18, 111 yards, and 1 touchdown. And good for Mississippi. They'll get a big bowl because they're ranked. 3-8 Colorado State was at 4-7 Air Force. As Air Force's Cole Fagan has 34 carries, 260 yards. Disappointing games in the second. After I get done with all the scores, be at 6-13. This is the other big one. 16th ranked Washington at 8th ranked Washington State. Miles Gaskin, what a game for him. 27 Washington winner of the Pac-12 championship. As Washington will be upset, they won 28-15. They moved to 9-3 overall, and Washington State moves to 10-2. Washington is going to the Pac-12 championship. Tough loss. Mackenzie Milton is out for the season through a brutal leg injury. UCF was 10-0. Going into their matchup with 7-4, slumping South Florida. Touchdown. Greg McRae stepped up. He won 3 touchdowns. As a South Florida overall, Akron has one more game left. They're 4-7. It's a touchdown. They were 1-0 right now. 38 yards and 3 touchdowns for Ian. Memphis was 7-4. Memphis wound up pulling away late 52-31. Daryl Henderson, good running back. 24 78, 38 nothing to shutout. They moved to 8-4. Arkansas moves to 2-10. Drew Lock 16-25. We're 220 yards, 2 touchdowns. Minimal Hall for Missouri also had 6 receptions, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns as well. Coastal Carolina was 5-6 at 2 in South Alabama. Coastal Carolina was 1 away from being bowl eligible. It was 31-28. South Alabama, Jamarius Way had a great year for them. 7-4. Virginia was at 4-6. Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech needed to win state their season. Marshall on Saturday. Last Friday game, Oregon and Oregon State. Oregon was 7-4 going into their game at 2-9. Oregon State. Travis Dye, big game. 33 carries, 199 yards, 2 touchdowns for them. Clemson, 28 carries, 150 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Clemson moves to 12-0 overall. Second ranked Clemson. And South Carolina started, they pull away late. 124-17. Ian Book, 22-39, 352 this week. Big one. Michigan was at 1 Ohio State. Ohio State won from 145-21. This was the game of the day. It was big, Matthew. Big game. 70-72, 43 points. 31 overtime compared to A&M LSU. A&M will be a big win for them. They moved 8-4. They're going to get a big bowl, hopefully. 287 yards and 6 touchdowns. Trevon Williams had 35 carries, 108 touchdowns. What happens there? 11th rank was 5-1-14. Felipe Franks, 16-26, 254 yards, 3 touchdowns. 4-1 pick, 41-14. Full State's not going to be in a bowl game for the first time since 1981. Another disappointing team, Maryland. 5-6 was an 8-3 a while ago. Louisville's looking for a new coach. Northwestern, Illinois is 4-7 at 7-4, 19 ranked Northwestern. Northwestern 124. 28-3. Syracuse is at 134, 362 yards, 3 touchdowns. Syracuse was the 9-3 overall. Boston College was 7-5. This was a big one for the Mountain West. Birth from the Mountain West Championship. 10-1 Utah State won 10 in a row going in at 9-2. 23rd ranked Boise State. Boise won 33-24. Alexander Matt's big game for him. 37 carries, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns as Boise going to play State Mountain West Championship. They moved to 7-4. They're 24th ranked at this point. 65 Miami team. Miami won 24-3. Travis Homer, 8 carries, 168 yards, and a touchdown. Miami was, and the last ranked Kansas State. Other 5-16 looking for a bowl berth. At 6-4, 25th ranked Iowa State. 3 Florida National. Marshall wins 28-25. Brent 22-33 a bowl. And Tennessee State moves to 5-7. They fire Cliff Kingsbury. Yoke and Bucket. Both teams are 5-6 while Purdue and Iowa. 2 touchdowns for Purdue as they move bowl eligibility. Navy's a huge disappointment this year. And 7 at the end of the game too. Airball North Carolina's 2-9. Wake Forest is a win them another 5-16. You get 50-7. Jamie Newman, 18-23, 177 yards, 4 touchdowns. Cade Carey had 31 carries, 223 yards, 2 touchdowns. And the next game, 4-7 Old Dominion was at 1-11, finally got a win. Two independent teams, 3-8 New Mexico State was at 4-6 Liberty. Liberty won 28-21. Big win for them. Georgia Southern was 8-3 playing their rivals 2-9 Georgia State. Georgia Southern won 35-14. As Wesley Fields 2016 carried 9. This is a game I think for the Sun Belt Championship. 9-2 Troy was at 9-2 Troy was at 8-2. 11-5 Louisiana looking for a Sun Belt I think berth. At 6-5 UL Monroe. They won 31-28. They moved to 7-5 overall. UL Monroe 6-6 overall. UAB or Middle Tennessee. Middle Tennessee won 27-3. They moved to 8-4 overall. UAB is 9-3. Brent Stock still 22-29, 261 yards, 2 touchdowns. Big win for them. Stanford was 6-4 at 3-8, speaking of make up game. And 3-8 UCLA moves to 3-9. Bryce Love had 22 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown. Another big game, 6-5 Arizona State at 5-6 Arizona. Arizona had a chance to get bowl eligible by making a field goal to beat them down 41-40. They missed it. 45-yard field goal. They lose 41-40. And bowl eligibility. Arizona's 5-7 now. Arizona State's 7-5. Oh man, what a game! Brandon Ayuk, 5 receptions, 106 yards, and a touchdown. Arizona State, 26 carries. Tulsa was 2-9. Tulsa, Shamari Brooks, 21 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown. Temple was 7-4 at 110 UConn. Temple won big 57-7. Oh man, what a game for them. Randall Jones, 1 interception, 63 yards. Temple won 57-7. They're 8-4 overall now, and UConn's 1-11. Arkansas State, 8-4. Texas State's 3-9. Arkansas State won 33-7. Justice Hanson, 18-24, 276 yards, 2 touchdowns. Big win for them. MSU, another offensive struggle. They won 14-10 late. 110 Rutgers at 6-5 MSU. MSU won 14-10. Rocky Lombardi a late pass touchdown, 19-43, 170 yards, a touchdown. MSU won 14-10. Tennessee was 5-6 at 5-6 Vanderbilt. Another game for bowl eligibility. Vanderbilt won big 38-13. Kyler Shermer 31-35, 367 yards, 3 touchdowns. Vanderbilt moves to 6-6. Tennessee moves to 5-7. They won 38-13. Charlotte was 4-7 at 5-6 Florida Atlantic. They were battling for bowl eligibility too. Florida Atlantic at least. Charlotte won 27-24. Brenny LeMay 24 carries, 160 yards, and a touchdown. San Jose State was 1-10 at 19. Fresno State. Fresno State won 31-13. Texas at 3-8. UTSA. North Texas won 24-29. Mason Fine was 26-36. 320 yards, 2 touchdowns. The big win for them. UTSA moves to 3-9. Oklahoma State was 6-5 at 5-6 TCU. TCU needed to get a win to get bowl eligible. They won 31-24. Jalen Rager, 5 carries, 121 yards, and a touchdown. Also 6-8 receiving wise, 8 receptions, 91 yards, and a touchdown. BYU moves to 6-6. TCU moves to 6-6. Oklahoma State as they moved to 4-8. Nevada 7-5. Hawaii was 7-5 at 7-4. San Diego State yards, 3 touchdowns. They moved to 8-5 overall. San Diego State moves to 7-5 overall. I'll go to the standings after this too. There was a bunch of disappointing teams this year that had shots to get bowl eligible. Though they're good, they were 3-9. They had a drop off here. They were disappointing. I'm going to come to my conference. Florida State was 5-7. They were a huge disappointment. 6. They were huge. They were bad. More teams that were disappointing. TCU, they were ranked early in the year. They were 6-6. Texas Tech, 5-7. Oklahoma State, I say disappointment because they can't beat. They were always up and down. They were 6-6. Kansas State, 5-7. They were huge. I'd say Michigan too. They have a shot to get to the Final Four. I know they're 10-2, but they don't make it again. That's another huge disappointment. I know they have the best record out of all the disappointing teams. MSU at 7-5 wasn't very good. Wisconsin was supposed to be really good. They moved to 7-5. Purdue even. I thought they'd have a better record. They were 6-6. Nebraska, first year for Scott Frost, 4-8. They were bad. Looking at other teams here, Florida Atlantic 5-7. I thought they'd be a lot better. 4-8 Old Dominion. They beat Virginia Tech. I thought they'd be a lot better. Louisiana Tech at 7. Another team disappointment. Akron 4-7. They beat Northwestern, a team that's going to the Big Ten championship, and they're not even going to make a bowl. San San Diego State lost a bunch of games. They moved to 7-5. Stanford, Oregon 7-4, 8-4. I thought they'd be more. California 7-4. I thought Arizona and USC were going to be better than they expected. They were 5-7. Same with Colorado. UCLA in the first year chip. I thought bigger disappointments. Tennessee is always 5-7. Thought they felt Coastal Carolina was one win away from being bowl eligible. They were 5-7. And those were all the disappointments. The biggest surprises overall in this college football season. I know it's not over yet. Uh, and that's a surprise for me at least. Minnesota at 6-6 made a bowl. That's a huge surprise. Let me see here. UM at 9-3. They're gonna make the. Let me see here. Hawaii at 8-5. They were. Let me see here. Utah at 9-3 was the biggest surprise. Arizona State with Herm Edwards. I thought they were gonna be awful this year. They went 7-5. Great year for Herm Edwards. Kentucky at 9-3. Florida with Dan Mullen at 9-3. They did really great. Missouri, I thought they'd be awful. They went 8-4. Mississippi State was a surprise. They were always up and down. They were 8-4. They did all right. Appalachian State and Troy did great. Oh, here's the news. Arkansas State has sent an invitation to play in the Home Loans Arizona Bowl in December 20. Championship 7-5 NIU. It's at 10-2 Buffalo. I see Buffalo winning that one big. It's their first championship in 10 years. Washington in this matchup. If they win, see Texas winning twice against Oklahoma. Texas 9-3 against 11-1 Oklahoma. They've been better since then. Kyler Murray needs a big game. 3-7 touchdown pass overall this year. He's my Heisman favorite at the moment. I like Oklahoma in this matchup, but we'll see what happens here. Drake is 7-3 at 7-4 Iowa State. I like Iowa State in this matchup. Oh, Sports Network at 2. Norfolk State's 4-6 at 5-6 Liberty. I like Liberty to get bowl eligible. 3 o'clock. Stanford 7 close one. 3:30 on ABC American Championship game 8-4 Memphis without Mackenzie. 11-1 Georgia. I like Bama big. I don't think Georgia's gonna keep up with Bama. It's gonna be to knock them out of the championship race. They beat predictions. Now I'm just gonna make my Final Four prediction. Number 1 is gonna be a fact. That's my prediction for college football this week. So we'll go to the NFL. 4-6 Detroit. Chase Daniel stayed for the Bears. They won 23 McCoy in 4 years. 6-4 Redskins at 5-5 Dallas. Dallas won 31-23. Dak receptions and 180 yards and 2 big long touchdowns. Cowboys now own the NFC East lead. They're 6-5. The Redskins are 6-5 as well. Dallas with a big New Orleans. Atlanta kept turning the ball over. Saints won 10 in a row. Falcons are done in the NFC South. Matt Ryan's leading the lead in passing yards right now. 35-47, 378 yards, 2 touchdowns. Drew Brees threw 4 touchdowns, 4 different receivers. Andy Marr, 14 carries, 89 yards. Atlanta moves to 4-7 overall. This 21-14 Fournette and those guys not fought. Josh Allen came back in the first start in like 49 yards, 1 touchdown. Josh Allen is one of those quarterbacks that can run the ball and pass the football. So, yes. So Buffalo moves to 4-7 overall. Jacksonville's now 3-8 overall. Disappointing here. They fired their offensive coordinator. Leonard Fournette's Kessler. I don't know if Doug Marrone's job's on the line. Should be. That's just my opinion. Cleveland. Baker Mayfield was 19-26, 258 yards, 4 touchdowns. He's their QB of the future. Patriots won 27-13. Oh, wow. He said, actually, just Brady's the leader in passing yards. 8-3 overall. Jets moved to 3-8. Giants had a 19-3 lead in this one. They were 3-7 going this game at defending champs. 4-6 Eagles. He was like, oh, no, we're done. We're losing 19-3. Nope. They came back and won 25-22. Barkley had 13 carries, 101 yards, 1 touchdown. Zach Ertz, 7 receptions, 91 yards, and a touchdown. Jake Elliott, a game-winning 43-yard field goal with 22 seconds left. They won 25-22. They saved their season. They moved to 5-6. Giants moved to 3-8. Jameis Winston started instead of Ryan Fitzpatrick this week. Keep him now. He should have been your guy at the start of the year. Tampa Bay was 3-7, playing 2-8. San Fran. Winston was 29-38-3, but San Fran doesn't have enough offense. They lose 27-9. They moved to 2-9. Kyle Shanahan's job maybe should be on the line here too. He's been awful. They'll probably keep him another year. And Tampa Bay is now 4-7. Dirk Cutter will probably be gone as well. The biggest game was receptions and 112 yards and a touchdown. So we had a total of 237 yards for McCaffrey all-purpose. And Russell Wilson, 22-31, 339 yards, 2 touchdowns. Carolina loses their 3rd straight. Seattle's on a roll. They won 2 in a row. They're both 6-5. Lamar Jackson makes his 2nd start. 2-8 Oakland was at 5-5 Tampa, 5-5 Baltimore. Baltimore won 34-17. Lamar Jackson ran through for a touchdown. The Cowboys now 6-5 overall. 2-8 Arizona. He was 28-29, 259 yards, 3 touchdowns. Put him in your MVP candidates along with Drew Brees, Andrew Luck, who's number 4 on my list. Brady 6 overall. Russell Wilson 7. Trubisky's 8. Chargers won 45-10. They moved to 8-3. Arizona moves to 2-9 overall. The Chargers have a tough stretch down this road, so look out. A tough loss for the Steelers. They were 7-2-1 playing sessions. 189 yards and a touchdown. But Denver wins. They've won 2 in a row. They're 5-6. Pittsburgh moves 7-3-1. Two back-to-back interceptions. Fumbled it in the first half. Block punt. Missed field goal. 5 mistakes. Then Indy, they overcome all that and they won the game. They were on 24-14 late in the game. Indy won 27-24 in a late Vinatieri field goal. Big game for T.Y. Hilton. 7 receiving yards are good. Congrats, they need to move to 6 because they're at New England at Seattle next few games. Kirk Cousins, big game. 29-38, 342 yards, 3 touchdowns. Adam Thielen, 8 receptions, 125. They still lost. 22-23, 303 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's now 5-6 overall. Oh man, Houston won 8 in a row. Teams on the bye. Last 2 teams on the bye this week: the Chiefs and the Rams. And we'll go over the standings really quick. I'll go over my standings real quick for the NFL. We'll preview the matchups next week. New England has a 3-game lead now over Miami in the AFC East. They're 8-3. Miami's 5-6, plus 4-7. Jets are 3-8. The AFC North, Pittsburgh 7-3-1. Baltimore's keeping second at 6-5. Cincinnati disappointment 3-8. In the AFC West, the Chiefs are 9-2. The Chargers are 1 game back, 8-3. Denver's rolling it. They're 5-6 and third, 9. The AFC East, it's a wild cluster. 6-5. Dallas owns the head-to-head 5. Philly's 5-6 and third, right out there. And the Giants are 3-8, 4. Third, Packers are 4-6 and 1. The Lions are 4-7 in last. NFC South, Carolina's slipping. They might be giving this game. Look, with the Carolina loss this week and New Orleans win, New Orleans is going to be. They can clinch the NFC South this week. The Saints are 10-1, and the Panthers are 6-5 in second. Falcons, Bucks are tied for third, 4-7, 4-7 each. Rams with a win, I think they clinch the West this week. They're 10-1, or Seattle lost. Seattle's second at 6-5. Tied for last, Arizona 2-9. San Fran 2-9. So now, for week 13, I'll make my predictions this week. I'll go over any college basketball I can. I was going to go over it last week, but tough stretch. Uh-oh. There are more matches? Oh, that's Wednesday. Never mind. So this week's Thursday match, I'll miss the late. Bree's been playing great. Michael Thomas. I like Mark Ingram, Kamara. I like the Saints. They're late. First road start for Lamar Jackson. Look out, Baltimore. Atlanta's going to pull off an upset here. I think I like getting surprised by that. 2-9, 6-1 Green Bay. I like Green Bay big in this one. Save their season, I think. 1 o'clock. This game might be close. 4-7 Buffalo's at 5-6 Miami. I want Miami by a field goal. I think this game's going to be a close game. Closer than the expected blowout. It'll be closer than a lead blowout. Indy's 6-5 at 3-8 Jackson. Cleveland's at 8-3 Houston. I like 9-2 Kansas City's at 2-9 Oakland. I like Kansas City big. This is going to be blowout Sunday. I don't think there's not a lot of good games this week. Vikings Patriots 6-4 1 8-3 New England. I like New England big though. I think they pull away from Minnesota. 4:25 as well. This game was a Sunday night. I want to move this 4:25. 2-9 San Fran's at 6-5. Seattle, I like Seattle big. 8:20. This game's gonna be a shootout though. 8-3 the Chargers. 7-3-1 Steelers. I like the Steelers in a close one. This game's gonna be the biggest game of the day. Also at 8:15 Monday night. 6-5 Washington's at 5-6 Philadelphia. I like Philadelphia to blowout here. I don't think Washington's going to be very good this year against Philadelphia. And that's the NFL for this week. I just wanted to go over some who's disappointment this year too. They won to beat Florida State in a tournament the other day in Orlando. But they lost to Michigan and lost to Furman. That's disappointing. 2-4 or 2-5, and Maine is 0-6. Leading the American Athletic, Houston's 4-0. Cincinnati, Temple, UCF, and UConn are all 5-1. South Florida's 4-2. So is Tulsa. East Carolina 4-3. 3-3 teams: Memphis, SMU, Wichita State, and Tulane's 2-3. The Atlantic 10. There's a few teams at 5-1. Davidson, Fordham, 2-2 is Rhode Island. 3-3 St. Joe. 2-4 is Richmond. 2-5 is Georgia. ACC. Yep, ACC. Few 6-0 teams here. NC State, Pittsburgh, Boston College, Duke, Florida State, Miami, Notre Dame. They're all Michigan State beat Texas in their tournament in Las Vegas. The Atlantic Sunday Night GT 6-1 Liberty. Big 12. Kansas is 5-0. Two of 6-0 teams. Kansas State and Texas Tech. Iowa State's 5-1. Well, they're struggling. DePaul. Actually, Butler, Creighton, Georgetown are 5-1. DePaul's 3-1. Villanova's back in the Big Sky. They're 3-0. Montana's 4-1. Northern Colorado's 3-1. Southern Utah's 3-1. Portland State's 3-2. Weber State's 3-2. North Arizona's 2-2. Idaho State's 2-3. Eastern Washington's 1-3. Idaho's 1-4. Montana State's 1-6. In the Big South Conference, Radford's leading at 5-1. Charleston Southern's 4-2. Longwood's 5-3. Campbell's 3-3. High Point's 3-3. Presbyterian's 3-3. Winthrop's 3-3. Hampton's 2-4. Gardner Webb's 2-5. South Carolina Upstate's 1-5. UNC Asheville's 1-5 as well. Big Ten, there's a few undefeated teams. 5-0 is Iowa, but also 6-0 are Maryland, Michigan, and Ohio State. Nebraska is 6-1. 5-1 teams are IU, Michigan State, Minnesota, Northwestern, Purdue, Wisconsin. Rutgers is 4-1. Penn State's 2-3-2. And Illinois is the biggest disappointment, 2-4. Big West, UNC Irvine 6-1. UC Barbara 5-1. Hawaii's 4. Colonial Athletic Conference, Charleston and Delaware 5-2. James Madison's 5-3. Drexel 2-4. CUSA, North Texas at 8-0. They're doing really well. Florida Atlantic and Florida National both 6-1. Excuse me. Marshall is 4-1. Southern Miss is 5-2. UF 4-2. Louisiana Tech's 4-3. Charlotte's 2-2. Old Dominion and Western Kentucky at 3. Middle Tennessee's 3-4. Rice is 3-4. UTEP's 2-3, and UTSA is 2-5. The Horizon IUPI is 4-2. Detroit and Green Bay, UIC, and Wright State are all 3-3. Oakland and Youngstown are 3-4. Milwaukee's 2-4. Cleveland State's 2-5. Ivy League, Brown and Pennsylvania are 5-2. Cornell, Dartmouth, and Harvard are 3-3. Princeton's 2-2. Yale's 1-2, and Columbia's 2-2. Iona and Niagara are both 2-3. Manhattan, Siena, Fairfield 2-4, 2-4, 2-5. Marist, St. Peter's are 1-4. Canassus 1-5, and Monmouth 0-7. The MAC, Buffalo, they actually split up their conferences in the East. Buffalo and the MAC are 5-0 and ranked 21st. Kent State's 5-1. Akron's 4-2. Ohio's 3-2. Bowling Green's 4-3. And Miami, Ohio's 3-3. In the West Central, 1-5. Maryland Eastern Shores 1-5. Chicago, they were in the Final Four last year. They're 4-2. They're playing Nevada tonight. Missouri State's in Northern Iowa like they did in the tournament. 6-0. Utah State's 5-1. UNLV's Northeast Conference, Fahrenheit High Dixon are 3-2. Central Connecticut's 4-3. LIU, Robert Morris, and St. Francis are 3-3. Sacred Heart's 2-4. Wagner's 2-4. Bryant and St. Francis are 1-4. And Mount St. Mary's are 0-6. Ohio Valley Conference, Belmont's 5-0. Murray State's 3-1. East Illinois 3-3. Eastern Kentucky's 3-3. Southeast Missouri State's 3-3. UT Martin's 2-2. Jacksonville State's 2-3. Austin Peay's 2-4. Morehead State's 2-4. Tennessee State's 2-4. SIU Edwardsburg's 1-3. And Tennessee Tech is 1-5. Pac-12. Arizona State's 5-0. Oregon State's 5-1. Colorado and Washington State are 3-1. Arizona's 4-2. Oregon is 4-2. Only ranked team in the Pac-12. UCLA's 4-2. USC's 4. American 3-1. Colgate's 5-2. Holy Cross and Lehigh are 4-2. Bucknell's 2-2. Boston's 3-4. Lafayette and Navy are 2-3. Army and Loyola are 2-5. SEC. Tennessee lost to Kansas. That was a big one this week too. Tennessee looks good. LSU's 5-2. Ole Miss, Missouri, they're 3-2. Florida and Georgia are 3-3. Along with South Carolina at 3-3. Florida's a disappointment right now. And A&M is 2-4. Southeast Conference. Furman's 7-0. Sanford's 7-1. UNC Greensboro 6-1. East Texas 5. SAMCC's 4-3. Lamar's 3-3. Polis is 4-4. Canarsie World's 4-5. Southeast Louisiana is 3-4. Sam Houston State's 3-4. Houston Baptist is 2-3. McNeese is 2-3. Central Arkansas is 2-4. Northeastern State's 2-4. And the Southwest Atlantic Conference, Grambling's 3-3. Alabama State's 2-3. Arkansas State's 2-4. Texas Southern's 2-4. Jackson State's 1-5. Alcorn State's 1-6. Mississippi State, South Dakota's 3-2. Purdue Fort Wayne 4-4. Omaha 3. Coastal Carolina's 4-3. Little Rock, Louisiana Raging Cajuns, South Alabama and Troy and UT Arlington are all 3-3. UL Monroe is 2-3. Appalachian State and Arkansas State are 2-4. And number one overall in the West Coast Conference in the nation, Gonzaga. They beat North Dakota State last night. They're 7-0. Loyola Marymount's 7-0. San Francisco 6-0. San Diego's 5-1. BYU's 5-2. Pepperdine's 4-2. Pacifine's 5-3 along with Portland. St. Mary's is 3-3. And Santa Valley 4-3. CSU Bakersfield's 3-3. UMKC's 1-6. Chicago State's 0-8. California Baptist is 2-4. And that's actually all the teams overall. Wanted to go over the games this week. Tonight, St. John's playing live. I'm looking at the big ones. Virginia Tech's playing Penn State tonight. Illinois playing North. Rematch of a game in the tournament. North Texas at Oklahoma. Lamar's at SMU. Charleston Southern's at Marquette. Fahrenheit Dixon's at Providence. Pittsburgh's at 14th ranked Iowa. NC State is at 22nd ranked Wisconsin. Temple's at Missouri. Indiana's at Duke at 9:30. I'm going to miss that one. That's a bummer. That all tonight. Tomorrow night, look at more matchups. This is Wednesday. Eastern Liberty's at Navy. Holy Cross is at Hartford. Syracuse is at Ohio State at 7:15. Oh, that's a good one. Hopefully Syracuse. I'm a huge Syracuse guy. Rutgers is at Miami at 7:15. Fourth ranked Virginia's at Illinois State. Monmouth's at Kentucky at 8:30. Hawaii's at UCLA. Omaha's at Arizona State. 19th ranked Purdue's at 15th ranked Florida State at 9:15. That's a good game. That's Wednesday. Thursday, let's see any big ones. Alabama's at UCF. Sacred Heart's at Boston College. Not a big one. Georgia Southern's at Arizona. Milwaukee's at they're playing in Northern Ireland. That's why. Buffalo's playing in Northern Ireland. They're getting some TV time. Are we getting some Big Ten matchups on Friday? This is a Big Ten matchup. MSU's 9th ranked. More Gonzaga's first ranked. I might try to sneak in games after halftime for free. Third, UL Monroe's at Ole Miss. Kansas State is at Marquette. Miami. South. Purdue's at Michigan. ESPN. This is this Saturday. That's a big one too. Michigan's got big games. This North Carolina tomorrow. Then they host Purdue. That's a big one. Or no, they spend another Big Ten matchup. Central Connecticut's at Virginia Tech. Detroit Mercer's at Akron. Tulsa's at Utah. Stanford's at Kansas at 5:30. That's a big one. Butler's at St. Louis. Cincinnati's at UNLV Saturday. Wake Forest at Richmond. Yale's playing Miami. Also in Miami. That's a big one. The other Miami matchup real quick. Miami. I guess there's some games at the American Airlines Center in Miami this week. Sunday. Play for more games. Illinois is at Nebraska. Minnesota's at Ohio State. So Big Ten matchups start this weekend. That's breaking. By the way, I just learned that too. Monday, this is Monday night. Iowa's at Michigan State. That's a big one at 6:30 Monday night. Liberty's at Georgetown. Morgan State's at Virginia. Let's see here. Vermont's at George Mason. Rutgers at Wisconsin. That's Monday. Before Tuesday's matchups. Looking here, Oklahoma is playing Notre Dame in Madison Square Garden. That's one of the Madison Square Garden matchups. Looks at Northeastern's at Syracuse. Miami's at Pennsylvania. IU's playing at Penn State. St. Peter's at Clemson. Providence at Boston College. University Asheville's at Auburn. Wofford's at Kansas. Manisa at Mississippi State. These are Monday's matchups. Tuesday's matchup. We'll go over it next week. I'll go over the NBA standings really quick. Over big MLB deals coming up when it gets better. Raptors are 17-4 in first in the Eastern Conference. Second's the Bucks at 14-6. Sixth and third, 14-8. 12-8. The Pacers in fourth. The Pistons are 10-7 in fifth. Celtics, everything will be better. 11-10. The Hornets are 10-10, and last and eighth. The Magic are 10-11. Right outside there, the Wizards are coming back up. They're 8-12. The Nets are 10th at 8-13. Heat are 7-12. Knicks are 7-14. The Bulls are 5-16. Cavs are 4-15. The Hawks are 4-16. Oh my goodness, the Eastern Coast is 12-7. Blazers are 12-8. Lakers are coming back at 11-8-7. Kings are 10-10. They're coming back. And we'll go over the NHL standings really quick, and then we'll be out of your hair in no time. Let's see. The Lightning are 17-6 and first. The Sabres are 16-11. 9-9 are the Panthers, and 9-12 are the Senators. That's the Atlantic right now. The 8 teams. The Metropolitan Capitals are 14-7. 14-8 are the Blue Jackets. 13-10 are the Rangers. 12-9 are the Islanders. The Blues. In the Pacific, 14-9 are the Flames. 12-8 are the Sharks. 12-12 are the Knights. The 10-10 Ducks are there. 11-13 are the Canucks. And 10-11 are the Oilers. 9-11 are the Coyotes. And 8-14 are the Kings. And that's about it. That's all I got for